Glam Girls. We're very excited to have all of you here today because we're going to speak with a very special guest. If any of you are interested in designing futuristic technology or leading teams or finding solutions to interesting problems, you will love hearing from today's guest. Our guest is going to talk to us a little about designing and testing technology and some tips on being a leader. But before we meet our special guest, I want to introduce you to Charlie. She is a GLAM alumni and has attended GLAM live events a few times. Charlie is 12 years old and a seventh grader. She loves to write and she wants to be an author someday. Charlie, take it away.
Thank you, Margaret. I'm so excited that I get to interview our guest today. Her name is Teresa McLaurin. Teresa has worked at ARM now for 20 years, so she knows a lot about working in tech. She loves learning about all types of electrical engineering and even co-wrote a book. She is definitely an inspiration to women who want to work in tech. I know you must be excited to hear from Teresa, so let's get to it. Could you start by explaining what you do as a director of design and why DFT architecture is so important for technology?
DFT is designed for test, and that's where we put logic inside of a design that enables it to be fully testable. And being fully testable is extremely important because if you have a chip and it goes into a car or a phone or a computer, and then that computer doesn't work, then someone is upset because that was cost a lot of money to put that all together. And to figure out which chip caused the problem takes even more time and money. And then if they don't test it and they send it to you and you find your computer or your car or your cell phone doesn't work, now you're upset as well. And so figuring out that a design is bad or a part is bad early on is extremely important because it just gets exponentially more expensive in time, in reputation, and in cost all the way up. So that's why it's so important. And so my job inside of ARM is to make sure that we enable our customers to put top quality DFT in their designs and do it very, very easily. And that means that I get to talk to our customers and find out what the newest thing they're working on and what is important to them, what needs to be tested. I get to give presentations about what I think needs to be tested in our designs because whatever I do affects all of our customers. And so when I come up with an idea, I go out and present it to them and they tell me whether they like it, whether they don't, what they think could be improved. And that's really helpful. And we work together to make it the best. And when you come up with a new technology, like an autonomously driven car, then test is very important. For instance, if your part doesn't work, your car could crash. And so that makes my job very exciting because I get to do a lot of problem solving, which I love.
When you first started in DFT, it was a pretty new area of engineering. What attracted you to work in that area, and why is it so important to encourage young people to go into these new areas of technology?
Well, first of all, I'd say that exposing young people to as many things as possible is very important. And I'll give you an example. When I was young, both my parents worked for the airlines. And so I really just wanted to travel. That's all I knew. So my first major in college was languages. And then during college, I was given a Heathkit computer. And Heathkit computer is one that you put together. You solder the resistors on, all the components on the boards, you put the boards in the computer, and it worked. And we used it for many years. And I thought, well, what is this? And that was engineering. And I changed my major to engineering. And that was my passion. And I never knew my passion because I was never exposed to it as a child. And so that's why I think that programs like STEM and GLAM are so important because what's important is exposing you to as much as possible so that you can figure out what your passion is. We need more engineers in this world. Engineers, they think up things, but not only do they think them up, they design them and make them work. What engineers all need to be good at is problem solving. So if you're good at problem solving, then you'll probably make a really good engineer.
At GLAM, girls learn that we each have a superpower, and we learn how important it is to embrace what is unique and different about ourselves. For you personally, how would you define a superpower, and what is your superpower?
I think that superpowers are things that you do that people think are sort of amazing, right? But that's only because maybe they can't do them. And so when many people can't do them, then that becomes a superpower.
Yeah.
And my superpower, I think, comes from having a handicap when I was young. I couldn't see very well. I could only read the E at the top of the eye chart. And so that made me be able to do some things that many people can't easily do. One is my reflexes. I'm very fast because my peripheral vision was the same as my frontal vision. So I used it just the same. And so when something falls off to the side, I grab it. Because I couldn't see the board in class, I memorized everything. And so I'm very good at retention. And the other thing is that voices. I can tell different voices very easily. Once I know what your voice is, the next time I hear you on the phone or in a conference call, I know who you are. And that is really helpful in conference calls.
At GLAM, we teach girls that we can all be leaders, no matter what type of personality we have. Can you tell us your thoughts on what it takes to be a leader in the tech industry?
Well, I think that the qualities of a leader go across different industries, and that a leader will see something that they think needs to be fixed and do what it takes to get it fixed. And that could involve convincing other people it needs to be fixed, getting other people to do some of the work to get it fixed. And that's leadership, right? But leadership's also listening to others, right? And to also encouraging others to have ideas, and also teaching other people to be leaders. And a leader, I believe, has a vision and a passion for that vision, and the capability to promote that passion to other people. And so also to take that vision and look at it in the bigger picture and say, is that the right vision to really, really do what needs to be done? And if it's not, adjust it. So that's what I think a leader is.
Thank you for talking with us today, Teresa.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charlie.
Thank you for watching, and feel free to come back anytime to rewatch this video or to see other cool stuff. Bye for now.